Hello, Mike Coulson here from Medicare Insurance Counselors. This topic in this video is going to discuss what I like to call the only way to shop for a Part D prescription plan. I assure you there are a number of ways that people use to choose a Part D prescription plan. If your goal is to maximize your healthcare dollars, there's only one way to do it. So let me start by telling you the ways that people do it that are not going to be the most efficient. One way is to go to the Medicare and You handbook. Each year you get a handbook from Medicare. It's called Medicare and You, and then it has the corresponding year. So the current one would say Medicare and You 2014. They go to the very, very back of the book. The last thing in the last few pages of the book outline the various plans, Part D prescription plans, that are available based on your residence. They vary, the plans vary by your residence. So if you live in one state versus another, your options are going to be different. So since Social Security knows where you live, the book that they print for your particular residence is unique to your particular state. So they go to the back of the book. Now, what you'll find there is the name of the company, the name of the plans that are available. Some companies have 1, 2, or sometimes 3 different plans, the same company. You'll see the premium. You'll see the deductible if there is one. You'll see the range in co-pays and co-insurance, and that's it. So you have a few pieces of information, and it's very common for people to make their decision based on that information alone. Now let me tell you the mistake that person just made. They didn't take into account how the plan they may have chosen will interact with their specific meds. So a person may be taking maybe 1 or 2 meds, maybe 5 or 6, whatever. I have some clients that take as many as 15 meds. But it's very common for people to take at least 2, 3, 4, or 5. That is very, very common. So without knowing how any particular plan interacts with your particular medications, if you choose a plan without knowing that, it's like throwing a dart on the wall. You're guessing. To help you to understand my point, if you have a drug that might cost $100 a month in the absence of all insurance, one plan might count that to be a tier 3 with a $40 copay. Another plan might count that same exact med to be a tier 4 with, say, a $90 copay. Now that's per month. If you annualize that, that's a huge difference. Now, another way that people use to shop for a Part D prescription plan is they go online and they just type in Part D prescription plans or Medicare RX plans or something like that. Now what's going to happen is you're going to get a list on your screen of the various companies that offer Part D plans. Now, in any given area of the country, you may have 25, 30, or 35 different plans. If you're going to shop for a plan this way, oh my, it is going to be an incredibly tedious task to shop all those plans and get information on all of those plans, how they interact with your particular medications. What most people do is they don't actually ever get to that point. They go 1 or 2 deep, they look at 1 or 2 companies, and bingo, they'll just make their choice. And I'm going to suggest to you that too is a mistake. A third way that people shop for a plan is they might have a favorite pharmacy. And I'm always amazed at how attached people get to their pharmacist, but I'm here to tell you, many people get very attached to their pharmacist. Now, some of the companies that offer Part D prescription plans, they have agreements with specific pharmacies. For example, Humana has an agreement with Walmart. So they get together, they make a contract, and you can get special deals if you have one of those Humana plans and you buy your meds at Walmart. So even though that particular plan is actually a pretty good one, there's many times when that plan actually does a very good job for our clients, it is not suitable all the time. So the pharmacist may steer you towards their website. Their website is going to steer you towards that particular company's plan. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? There's all these various methods, but no one of them takes everything into account. Now, what is the only way to shop for a Part D prescription plan if you wish to maximize your healthcare dollars? The answer is on Medicare's website, medicare.gov. That's Medicare's website. Medicare's website has a plan finder. When you go to the plan finder, you have to weave your way through a number of pages. One of the first things it'll ask you is your zip code. As soon as you type in your zip code, the website now knows where you live. It will only show you plans that are available in your particular area. Okay? Now, as you move on, you're going to get to a page where it's going to ask you for your meds. Now, this is a really crucially important step. What you need to do here is don't take that list out of your purse or your wallet that you may be carrying around with your meds. I suggest you go get your pill jars out of the cupboard or out of the medicine cabinet and have them in front of you when you're sitting at your computer. You need to type the information in exactly as it appears on your pill jar. If it has some letters after the name of the medicine, you want to include those letters. If you're taking a generic version of a brand drug, you need to type in the generic version. Don't tell Medicare's website that you're using the brand if you're using the generic. That's why I'm suggesting to you to take the information directly off the pill jar. Now, as you proceed along and you wind your way through these various pages, eventually you're going to get to a page that has all of the plans lined up on your screen. Now, this is an incredibly interesting thing. Once you've accomplished this, once you've gotten this far, you have all the plans that are available in your area, and Medicare's website knows, please listen carefully to this point, this is important. Medicare's website knows every single thing about every single plan. It knows every plan's premium, it knows every plan's deductible if there is one. Some plans have a deductible, some don't. It knows the co-pays, it knows the co-insurance, but the most important thing that it knows is the company's formulary. Don't let that word throw you. All that means is the list of approved drugs. And at what level, what tier, what the copay will be for that particular med. So now, when you look at your screen and you've got all these plans lined up, they're lined up from the least expensive to you to the most expensive. And this always amazes me. After I've typed in a set of medications, I love to look in that left-hand column, the estimated annual drug cost. This is the one you want to focus on. The estimated annual drug cost tells you what each plan, based on your particular meds, is going to cost you. It includes everything. It includes the premium. It includes the deductible if there is one. It includes the co-pays and co-insurance. It even includes any non-covered drugs that you may have. So in other words, when you look at that estimated annual drug cost, you're looking at the total number that plan is going to cost you for all of your meds annually for the following year or for that year. Now, there's no other place you can go. There's no other place you can go that has all of this information and as accurately as Medicare's website. This is the incredibly cool part about Medicare's website. A little history, back in 2006, when Part D started, this was absolutely not the case. The Medicare website was actually hurtful. It actually had incorrect and bogus information. It took them about, I'm going to say about 4 years, somewhere around the year 2010 is when the website actually had good, useful information. Today, it is absolutely awesome. And I would urge you to put all the other ways that you might consider shopping for a Part D prescription plan, push them aside, don't do it. If you do, you're guessing, and it's going to cost you, big time in terms of higher costs for you. I urge you, if and when you need to do this, to do it on Medicare.gov and put all the other ways out of your way. By the way, this is not a one-time deal. This next point I'm going to share with you is also vitally important to understand. Now, bear with me as I explain this. This is going to sound like I'm getting off the subject, but just bear with me. If you happen to have a Medicare supplement insurance, now this has nothing to do with Part D, but I need to make an analogy, so just bear with me. If you have a Medicare supplement insurance, you have one moving part in that kind of an insurance contract. The only thing that can change in a Medicare supplement contract, a Medicare supplement policy, is the premium. The benefits, they can't add benefits, they can't subtract benefits. There's a written contract that the company will give you when you purchase a Medicare supplement policy. The company is bound by that contract. The only moving part is the premium. So on an annual basis, or whenever, all you have to do is ask yourself, what are they charging me this year? You never have to be concerned about a change in benefits. Now, why am I telling you this? With a Part D prescription plan, folks, everything can change every year. When I say everything, I mean the premium, I mean the deductible, I mean the co-pays, I mean the co-insurance, and I mean the formulary. Every part can change. There are 5 moving parts with a Part D plan. So if you're thinking to yourself that you only have to do this search on Medicare's website one time, absolutely incorrect. If you want to maximize your healthcare dollars, I keep repeating myself, this is an annual thing that you need to do during the annual, what's called the AEP, the annual election period, which is in the fall of each year. Now, I hope this video has been helpful to you. This concept is explained in much greater detail in my ebook, Imagine Understanding Your Medicare Insurance Options. If you have the book, it is in chapter 3. If you don't have the book, it is available in the Amazon Kindle bookstore. It retails for $4.99, and I think you'd find it to be a very